All right, hey everybody, good to see ya. Should be starting up here in just a second. As always, we'll continue on Arthur's house, which is the barn in the woods, I guess, or coral root forest, if I believe it's called. Let's double check to be sure I'm right. I think I am. This is our house, so hold on. We need to go to houses. And yes, coral root forest, it is called the old barn, but we are making it, we're making it Arthur's. Hey, one like, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is what it looks like right now. I think we're coming right along with it, to be honest. Look at it. It's starting to look like a proper homestead to me. I just wish I could add cows to it. Hey, DJ. Doing good. How about yourself? I thought about it a little bit, and I think I'm just going to sell only the weeds. I'm going to leave the rest of these because they give it some character, you know? And I might add some mushrooms to these logs, you know? I'll keep these, though. We still got to expand that. Make like a little mini, bathroom outside. I don't even... Oh, there's some right there. Okay, I think that's all of it. So, how can we make this a thing? Doing all right, though I have bad news about the VTuber model. What happened? I know we want to keep this outhouse, but I don't know how we're gonna set this up. We might be able to put just like a duck shower or something out there. Like a little odds and ends corner sink, maybe? We'll mess with it. Here, let's think of how we want to do this. Let's maybe build first. I think we could make this work. Let me just do this first. No, I still think we can make it work. Okay, we're gonna do like this first. Nope, up. Don't do this. I don't even know where it's building the bricks at. There we go. We want it to be up. No. It really gonna put me in this position, ain't it? So the app I'm using is going to end its service. Really? Like the whole company's just shutting down, or? That seems really weird. I maybe need to take that top one off. I'm curious why it's not letting me, There we go. What the heck? Weird. Cora, why do you start this right now? You're okay. It's gotta stop. Make it like a bathroom shed? I don't even know. We're gonna make it work. I might have to rework how the curve happens, but I think we will do just fine. it's only like from this side? Stop. Nope. Let me put this here, please. Pretty much because they don't have enough funds to keep the app going. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that, DJ. Is there other ones that are fairly similar that you could use, or was there a good deal with this one? No, this might be too luxurious for a cowboy. I don't know. Okay. I did not realize it was lifted, but, we'll mess with that in a second. I will have to rebuild that. Why can't I get rid of those? Oh, we sell it? Gotcha. Okay. Back to bricks. And then we need to apparently build this up a notch. Which I had no idea was a thing. Okay. Let's build this up. Oh, and fix this real quick. I don't know, are we just gonna give Arthur Morgan a sauna too? Like we did Hitman? I think there are others I can use, but it'll take a while. I'm not familiar with the VTuber stuff. Is it like, do they give you something else that you can mess with as far as like, how do I explain it? Like, is it purely you're saying it'll take a bit because of the like the way you build stuff, like how to use the app and all that, or like how does the VTuber stuff work? Do they give you a program to make it there, or do you make it yourself and then import it? You know what I mean? Ours has the beat and bad, doesn't it? I might have to rework this. Well, what do we think? His little bathroom shed? I did not mean to put this out here. Because I know that Jawa and I want to work on potentially doing like the VTuber thing, but for our Reacts channel. So I was curious how that worked. They do have apps that let you make your own VTube model. Okay. Excuse me, is that what you did? I gotta sell this. And then we just gotta... We gotta straighten it out. We're gonna call it country chic, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to do this from out here. This might be a wee bit taller than I expected, but you know, I guess we're just gonna go with it. And then we need architectural elements such as a roof. Yeah. God mode. So first things first, we need... God, I forgot how to, Problem is, I want to, it looks so tiny. Okay, let's try this one more time, and we're gonna mess with it again. I don't remember how to do, you know, maybe we should have made it a pitched roof. You know, how does that work? Hold on. How does this work? So let's make it a baby roof on top. We're gonna use, I think, just regular tile or something. That's right, okay. Gotcha. We'll do orange. I think that should be fine. House pitch. Make it a little pitchy. Okay, we need to make a wee square here. Thing is, I want to understand, like... Square. Oh, there we go. I was like, there has to be a way to do this. Okay, let's put this inside of this. Just to match it. It looks so itty-bitty. So I wonder how they do the, other stuff. Okay, let's try a pitch. We're messing with it. Let's see what happens. How do we... Oh, okay. No. Put it in this. What do you think you'll play once you finish House Flipper? Asked JD. Also, hey JD. Thank you for the like. I honestly... I don't know. Maybe some other kind of fun simulator game? I don't know. More likely than not, probably that. Or something. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make this work. I was hoping I could make this a baby house, but... Yeah, that's so strange. It's like... Huh. And then we're just gonna have to make a basic roof on that. I don't know how to ask it to overlap and all that. It's just gonna have a little baby roof. A baby roof and another baby roof. It's tiny and precious. There, so what do you think? He had, I mean, we're gonna keep this as his toilet, you know, but just like a basic bathroom. I know back in those times it probably wouldn't have happened that way, but... I feel weird not giving him something. Should we just tuck it in right there? Let's get rid of this. No windowsill. And then this should work. Legit. What a luxury. And look at the pedestals are wooden. Those will definitely rot out like immediately. Yeah, JD, I don't know. I have quite a few games on the roster that need to be played. I just don't know. I honestly don't know. So, why doesn't it let me change this? Which one is it? Is it this one or this one? No, that was what we were just on. I think it's this one. No, it's too faded. Sure, we'll go with that. Solid. There's a space in our roof. How do we fix this? I would imagine if I made the pitch of this crazier, it would probably do something. Is there still a hole now? Perfect. It's just barely clipping, you guys. Like a little baby house. So excited to stream tomorrow. A little worried that my VTuber model might not be around at the end of April. Yeah, I mean, I would still work with what you got, and then if things do change, then you know, just do your best to try to find the next better one. You know, sometimes these things are like a blessing in disguise, right? Where you end up finding something like even better, you know? That'll work a lot better than your other one. By surprise, you know? I think this needed to be turned around. There. Actually, no. I think that was right, where you open it outward. The thing is, though, we want to copy... Bring this style over here. Now, up here, real quick, this was... Oh, you know what? Can I select this color and then copy it to this? I bet you I could. I might have to buy one of these things, though. Can I actually climb up this ladder? Oh my god, I had no idea. There, so at least the roof matches. And I know it sounds crazy, but I'm kind of tempted just to make it all this around it. That'd be kind of cool, too. Where'd my thing of bricks go? I think it's in here, right? Or did I sell it? I maybe sold it. Dang, we did a lot of stuff in here last time. We did a lot of stuff in here last time. Well, you know what? I guess we're just gonna have to grab the goods from here. We're gonna make this a mini bathroom thingy. It's gonna be great. You know, after all of his wheeling and dealing, I think Arthur needs a break, you know? A mini toilet home. I mean, he still has his throwback to the old times, but, you know, an improvement's an improvement, you know? Just the way I look at it. Hot dog. Kind of like those, she shed things, right? Except it's a he toilet, alright? What do you guys think? A he toilet? Does that work? A he shed, but it's just like a really over-glamatized bathroom that you guys can just chill and play your apps on? Is that a thing that dudes would like? I definitely need some information. I did not mean to put that there. Ah, you freaking punk. We gotta give him a little step up here, too. It looks like a baby house. I kind of love this. Hold on. I need to step up here real quick. So let's grab a ladder. I need the material. Oh, we climbed up a little too high. Right here. Nice. The rest of the stuff will be whatevs because it doesn't matter, but I think this looks great. Let's put this out front. That way, oh, that way in case I need it, we got it. Outdoor toilet shed is a go. I will need this for just a second. Let's use this. I'm not sure how this future family will feel about having to, use the restroom out here, but you know, I digress. Maybe we should make it... you know what? We'll, bring it up one. It lets me. It's too tall. Just a wee step. Yeah, we'll just make it a step. And we gotta cover it. Hot dang, look at that. I think it might need its own little light out here, too. Where has life gone where we are duplicating what we be up to in here? Sure. Nice. Lighting. We need a light switch. I guess blue's okay. Get rid of this. Goes to this. Solid. Tech Gaming! Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is looking good. Now, as far as what we're going to do on the inside, I think, real talk, I mean, it should really just be the same wood as the outside, right? Let me have a good think about it here. Let me think about this here. Let's grab... Thank you for welcoming them, DJ. I'm not sure if they're in this live stream right now, but they might be someplace else. They're getting a thanks for joining us. Do we just make that whole interior this? I mean, that'd be really, like... But you know what? No, this is supposed to be the Old West, right? This dude's lucky to even get a toilet like this. This looks crazy in here. So I think let's try... Does this do the up-down one? It does. Honestly, let's make him... a little, like... border, maybe? You know what? We might rechange this. Maybe I'll give him a slight decency of having some tile going on, but... I think they've changed the dynamic of this game a little bit, because before you weren't really able to do what I just did there. Need to go in there, too. Let's hit it. You know what that means? That means we're at... Oh my god. That means we are at 549, you guys, for subs. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, 549. We gained another one sometime today before I started the stream. Oh my god, this thing is like tweaking out. Do we tell it to overlap? Is that what we gotta do? Hold on. I don't know how to do the rooftops, to be honest with you. I mean, it does make it look funny, but... still kind of just messes with it, though. So how do we say... do not be clipped by other roofs? Is that how that... No. It is still freaking out. I don't know how we fix that. Maybe we now ask this one not to? Let's see. Okay, did that fix it? Let's see. I don't mind that it beams through right here. I just want to fix this. I don't know. This might be bad news bears here for the, Let's maybe bring the pitch down a little bit. Okay, that did fix this. So then let's undo this. How is this possible? So how do we fix this? 3 likes. Thank you, guys. I mean, the clipping stopped. We would just have to settle for that, which I'm not mad about. Like I said, Arthur's lucky to get any kind of semblance of a bathroom, let's be real. I think personally. And then we're going to give them... We'll do the hummingbird one, but let's not make it this color. It needs to be a lighter color than this. What if we did... I feel like indigo is probably a good color for them. Nothing too crazy. We're gonna mess with it. We're gonna see how crazy this looks. How unsanitary it's gonna be when we get down to it, to be real, because I don't think there's very many bathrooms with tile stuff, you know? So, he's got ventilation, but he's probably going to catch some mold action, let's be real. What am I... Okay, don't mess with me, game. Do not get me stuck in here, alright? We cannot mess with that right now. Okay. Don't worry, guys. We're going to give him some privacy drapes. But I was just thinking, you know, the man shed, where he can do his business and all that in peace, you know? I feel like that'd be attractive building for a dude, you know? Solid. I'm not sure if this is the greatest design I've ever liked, but I think it looks alright. I'm not sure about this inner piece. I'm not sure if we could... Maybe we should just fill it in. Just make it a ceiling. Maybe we'll leave this as the pitch, but instead we add a ceiling. Can I make a ceiling up here? Is it gonna look weird if I do this? So I looked and found the website called Vroid Studio. That's probably my best option because of what's happening. Yeah, I mean, I would go with what you got until you kind of learn the ropes, and then when it finally gives out your thing you were looking at, hopefully your options at that point would be, you know, a little better because you have something you've been learning from while you're still able to record and... Oh my god. I didn't even see that it was doing that. That's so bad. Hold on. How do we fix this? I'm not entirely sure why it did that, but I guess we getting rid of it real quick. Hopefully it makes my other stuff look fine and it isn't awkward, you know? I mean, yeah, it looks like it'll be fine, so we're just gonna chill. I'll be very careful not to destroy the other part of the house that I didn't mean to destroy. And yes, we do have a floating wall, I know. Big shocker there. Now I'm floating. I'm a wizard. Okay, not anymore. Okay, does it still look okay? You know, with a little micro beam, I'm not upset with this. I think we'll be fine. And then we'll just paint it white or something, or an off-white color. Yeah, we need paint. Let's do... I usually go, like, on the yellow spectrum, because it looks not so, white, you know? More of like a cream color, right? And then we'll just call this okay, because this seems pretty nice. Pretty nice for a cowboy, you know what I'm saying? There. Look, this looks pretty good. Last thing I want to do is let's change this to match that. And then do we have the flooring from in here? We'll just grab that too. But I do like this flooring. I don't think this is bad at all. We take it up here? You know what that means. I'm not sure how good wood is going to be in this situation, guys. We're just working with it. We might need to move this stuff out real quick. Oh. Just, yep, for right now. Ugh. Okay. Now we can bring it on back in. Solid. Yeah, I'm digging it. I think this looks fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this will do just fine. We said we'd give them some kind of drapes, didn't we? I don't remember how to add, so not the blinds, but the, oh, coverings. We need these, but they need to be, like, short. I don't remember if we can mess with these or not. Can we just pick a solid color? Is it because the wall's too short? It might be because the wall's too short. Well then, he might just be sitting there naked then. Looking out in the free world. Wait, I see like a partial curtain. 4 likes, thank you guys. Come on, let me just put this here, please. It's not letting me place it anywhere. Is it because it's saying there's something there? I'm so confused. I think it wants it to be higher. Which is dumb. So I guess, yeah, I guess Arthur's not getting any kind of anything. We should give him some lights in here, though, huh? So he can see. How about... I mean... as far as, like, period-esque is concerned, I feel like this is, like, pseudo the closest you're gonna get to, like... you know... something, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I mess with it, though. There we go. Little bathroom going on. Let's They're really bright, though. Let's tone this down, like, a lot. We were using weathered before, right? We'll do that. That looks really nice. Bronze. The shade being white is fine. Warm it up just a little bit. And then we'll bring down the light tone a little bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna match it to this, this, and this. There, isn't it crazy what a tone can do? Isn't that nuts? Alright, well, he's got what he needs. He's got a toilet, he's got a decent, like, you know, he's got friends over, he just wants to chill, he's got a nice little tub going. Set him up a rogue. Just do a makeshift rug, I guess. We'll do the darker one. And we'll just make it kind of in this general vicinity. It's going to be an all-in-one rug, okay? A little bit like this, and then a little bit like that. A three-way step-on mat, you know what I mean? But otherwise, this looks good. I think we're gonna call it for his little, his bathroom shed. You know what I mean? That's what we're calling it. I do like this color. I don't think I'll need this. Or this. Hot dog bathroom shed, guys. It's never gonna show on the before and after, but I hope this family's ready. Whoever's buying this, I mean, Arthur and his family, I should say. I think it looks good. What do we think? This is my first ever, like, kind of real standalone building with stuff in it. I think it looks good. Oh, yeah. Bathroom completed. Oh, I did do these up here. Now that I see how the other ones look, I think I'm going to keep this one. But I'm actually going to do... I kind of like the other ones better. The ones that we were using in the bathroom just now. Although the one with the little dangly bits is not bad either. We chose this. No, we chose white and then bronze. I don't think it really matters about that. And we need to tone it way down. We did it like in the 311s-ish. We did 80-ish last time. Yeah, I think that's what we had downstairs. We'll work with it. So I got the game thumbnail on Canva almost finished. I just need to insert my character into it. Okay. By the way, a good way to do that is if you have it, like, in a standstill. I usually use just, like, the snippet tool that's on the computer, and I just, like, use the draw part, and I draw around my character. And then when you get into Canva, DJ, you upload your snippet from, like, they usually place it in the screenshots, right? You upload your snippet into Canva, and what's really cool is that if you trimmed it the right way, something called BG remover on Canva, it's called background remover, it's a miracle. It'll remove backgrounds and keep your text or your character there usually. It's very rare that I ever have to touch it up after that, but it's a really helpful tool. Do you think that you could possibly do a Nier Automata house? You don't have to now, but it's better to show you on stream. I mean, I would have to research the game. I'm not sure what kind of house... I've never played the game before. I mean, I've never played Red Dead, but I've watched shows that are, like, set, you know, in, like, a frontier era and the Old West and stuff, so I feel like I have a sense to design it, you know? I'm not against it, though. I would just have to look up the game and see what the aesthetics are like and stuff like that. We can mess with it. We have some houses left. Actually, I'll show you. We're not going to buy one now, but these are the houses we have left. We have Pinnacove Suburb. We have, what is that, 6 houses left? 6 houses on the coast area. 4 in Coral Root and 3 in Old Pinnacove. The only one I wouldn't touch, purely because I'm going to eventually make it my house, is the vacant private school. But any of these other ones are open game, and we can mess with that for sure. We can mess with it. I'm game for it. I think I put it like right here, right? And then we put one right here. That's pretty even. And then they could put like right here or something. It was this one, right? Yes. This light feels better, I think. This style of light. This is slightly too tall. There we go. We would probably want to carry it across, but I think this isn't bad. I think the only thing I might do, if it lets me... No. No, we need... No. This? Oh, so you know, it wouldn't let me do the base one, would it? Oh, it will. So not white, but something just a little lighter than what we were messing with before. But then it does this. It is such a weird little thing there. I don't know why it does that. Please don't change when I move here. Why does it do that? Like, it only lets you be in one, you know? That makes me mad. I hate that it does that. I don't know, I just felt like the carpet up here was too dark. And unfortunately, I can't really connect it all that well either. Or maybe, you know, maybe I do just make this a solid color. I thought I was digging this, but... I don't know, I might be messing with something else here in a bit. Darker. Something like that. And then I was thinking about it last night. We might want to carry this over to be able to fit the bed. So I don't know if we can really fit a good-sized bed up here. You know what I mean? So I was thinking about carrying the wall over. I know that means it would enclose the ceiling, but... I don't know, I think I'm gonna. And then I don't have to worry about weird lights on the rafters and stuff too. So I'll mess with it. We're gonna mess with it. Why is it stopping me? Oh, because we gotta build around this, maybe? That's fine. Yeah, I think as nice it is to have it open like that, I think we're just gonna have to stick with this because having that being said, Arthur wouldn't be able to fit a bed in here, really. And I want him to have, like, a decent-sized bed, you know? We should be able to just copy and paste this railing over here just to block anyone from falling, right? Can I actually scoot it out closer? I can't. We'll put it right here, it's fine. And then we need... I sold it out there, didn't I? I did. We're gonna need this again. We got extra. This is looking mighty cozy. I think the main walk path will probably... Oh, that means we can carry these across. Oh, the duplicate, I forget, doesn't let you place it where you want it to, which is kind of dumb, but... Whatever, I guess. Cool. I'll take it. Beds. Is there a wrought iron bed that's a big one? I wish they had this in a full-size bed, you know? Do we think Arthur would like a sweetheart bed? If this didn't have... Well, actually, you know what? Maybe, I bet you could... it won't let me. I was about to say, maybe it would have let you make a different cutout right there, but... What's kind of crazy is if we're talking, like, real West, they probably had access to the cedar more than anything else. Or oak. Actually, I'm not against that. Give him some kind of a cabinet. I thought there was, like, older school ones in here. Like, actually, this one would probably be pretty close. Let's make it a teeny bit lighter. Actually, with the baby nubs is probably pretty close. Place it like right here in the corner. That looks pretty good. What about small storage? And maybe something like that. Let me put it here. I don't know. I might change the color of those, but I think that's kind of what we're aiming at. We'll put some chairs right here. I know this sounds crazy, but the chairs back then would probably be something pretty close to this. Like a metal. Or even a simpler chair, but I know they have comfier chairs to sit in. I hate that it has all that stuff on it. Let's try warm yellow too. What's details B? Sure. Mm-hmm. We don't need this. We'll take these downstairs because we have, we're gonna put a little kitchen down here for them. I know they kind of had the kitchen playing up here, but I don't think that that's gonna do. Or maybe we do make the kitchen up here? I don't know. And just make this all solely... Well, no, we could have some type of a small kitchen back here. It's not ideal, but... What other thing could we mess with up here? Storage. Ooh, a chest. Some kind of a hanger would be good too, but we're not going to mess with that just yet. A curio display case. Shelves. Some kind of shelf right there, and then some other kind of smaller thing below it. That'd be cutting it pretty close. I want something smaller than this. Now they're treating that as like a bench, but mess with it here or something. I might just sell this. Give them a little spot to put books, I guess. Or other fun knickknacks. I think it's in here. Clothing. They don't have a cowboy hat. No. Or cowboy boots. They have a ball cap. That does nothing for me. What about outdoor stuff? Sorry, guys. I had to sneeze there. We'll set him up a little campfire out there, too. Actually, maybe we do that right now. Not in here. You know what I mean. Out here. I also wish they had, like, the Adirondack chairs, whatever you call them. I think we need to go into regular house stuff for this part. We'll just do in-seats. It'd probably just be chilling on these, to be honest with you. Maybe these sandpiper ones for the inside of the house. I'm gonna reset those up as a dining thing. Hold on. Like I said, there's not much period-esque items we can mess around with this, but he has a lot of places to entertain people, you know? I don't know if he would have a lot of potted plants, though, to be real with you. He probably wouldn't. I wish I could actually manifest a horse in here. That'd be pretty legit, but we can't all have nice things, okay? We just gotta work with what we got. I'm gonna scoot this over a little bit. Then it makes me think this door's actually crooked, but it's even with this. Whole world is clipping. We need an outdoor table. Exactly with your case? What do you mean, DJ? Not bad. Not bad. We need to figure out lighting for in here, don't we? I'm still thinking the same lights as before. It just makes sense. We'll do a couple of the overhead lights, I think. Ooh, actually. This upstairs real quick. Doesn't quite let me mess with that. I'd have to pull these out. I think I'm definitely probably going to change the color of these, but... Those are hella bright, though. There. Like I said, just the warmer light makes way more sense, actually. Nice. Honestly, work was really slow today. Oh, so you're just getting off work right now, right? DJ? Thought we had a little clock that stood up on the thing. Ooh, a typewriter. Ooh, you know, maybe we give him a desk in here. Do you think Arthur would like a desk? We'll put it in this corner. Scoot this over a smidge. Something simple. Chairs. I know this chair is like ridiculous, but I just like it a lot, you know? It was under this, and it was under this, right? Oh, see, I was looking for this one. A pitcher. Typewriter. Like I said, it makes me sad, but I don't really have a cool hat I can put on this. There are some really nice fish we could be putting up here, though. Then it sticks off. Can I do this? Well, let me rest these across. Hold on. We're gonna mess with it. Nice. What else we got? I don't know, maybe he has important cowboy stuff in here? I don't know. So there's not much aesthetic purposes and whys that we could be messing with this, but just so that it fills up the shelves with something. I said, unfortunately, I don't have a very good hat or anything we could put on this. I guess we'll just hang a jacket off of it. I don't know. Come on now. Put it on there. You let me do this in the past. Please. Why does it do this to me? I don't know, maybe he's got a lady friend over. Let me put this on. Or it's just gonna hang there and be there for ambiance purposes, I guess. This ain't looking too bad. I think this looks pretty good. What else could we mess with here? I'm not sure if there's anything else really all too manly we could put right here. I mean, like I said, this is purely just for filling in the spaces, but you can't... There's no, like, option to get, like, a cool gun or anything like that, you know, to place on a table. I think the only thing I could maybe kind of think about is maybe they might have some kind of a switchblade looking knife or something in their kitchenware stuff, but... Ah, yes. Chef's knife. Why not? Oh, and you know what? Where would that be at? Would it be in this? Oh, no, no, it'd probably be in tools, huh? Yeah, like an axe or something. Doesn't let me crisscross them, but that's still kind of cool, right? What else we got? A barrel. Put that downstairs, actually. First time I ever feel like we can mess with a barrel, you guys. In fact, we'll put 2 barrels right here, because it could be full of something good. I don't know. I still think this is pretty good. I mean, for what I've got, which isn't much, in the way of cowboy aesthetics, I think this looks pretty good. I'm just trying to see if there could be anything else we could humanly mess with, but like I said, I don't think there's much we can do here. Maybe a guitar? I suppose. Well, let me put it right here. It'll let me put it right there. What about... something to fill this in. Only other thing I can think about is a plant, but I feel like Arthur's not much of a plant dude. Like, how big is this? It's so tiny. Hey, no problem, DJ. You drive home careful. Be careful getting home. Or just a regular potted plant? Nothing fancy? It would probably just be a rustful, honestly. Sure. I think we're gonna be done with upstairs. If I keep continuing, we're gonna be caught up in a mess. We did the wallpaper. Everything's done up there. We don't really need this again. Or this. Or this. Alright, let's put, I'm gonna put like a dining table right here. I got a coffee table, dining table. Probably just something simple. And then we should still be able to mess with the, where's my regular seats at? I gotta make it match this, but I think this will be just fine. Mm-hmm. Okay. We need to make this the same colored wood, though. We'll leave those black, though, because those look nice. We'll just keep these tucked in. Make this a little bit closer. Okay. Table set. Some type of seating arrangement over here. We need to get rid of these. We're going to think of something different. I think for over this, we will use... oh no, right here. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm digging, like, this look here. It just makes the most sense. Where is... What was the other option I picked? Uh-oh. I forgot which one it is, but you know what? We'll mess with that in a second. Let's set this up here. That might be pretty darn close. Slightly closer to me. Not bad. Alright, let me copy and paste the other colors we were using up here. Because I don't remember which one that was. Let's reattach it to just this one. Oh, we need a new light switch. We gotta make it like the other ones, but you know what? It'll just have to do. Hey, Stu, that looks good. That looks mighty fine. To me, we're gonna copy... You know, we'll do the 3-1 for the living room area. Can we put it on this? Oh, it would let me do it. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Bring it down a smidge. Copy. Copy. That looks good. What is this for? Nothing. We're gonna sell it. I don't need it. I do want to copy these, though. I don't know what those are for. Okay. Where'd those other two... Oh, here. Let's get rid of these. I don't know what those go to. Oh, yeah. This is looking cozy. Move this. We'll put this in the kitchen. I can put this here. Nice. Okay. Sofas. I'm thinking the weird... They're ugly, real talk, but they kind of go with the vibe, you know? We'll make them match the other thing, too. Or better yet, maybe we do it like this. And then this can still stay here, and we can make another one. Hold on. Or maybe not. I don't know. No, we'll just keep it like that. I'll maybe put 2 rando chairs right here. Those look too Art Deco. That's not gonna work. Maybe something like this. I mean, this looks kind of really stylized and crazy looking, but I think someone could probably dig that. I don't know. A certain somebody. You gotta copy the style through this, though. That way it seems a little bit darker. We need a coffee table. Do they put the coffee tables in here? I don't think they do. That looks just, it's too much. Or maybe it isn't? I don't know. We've never used this version before, so I mean, it's ugly, but I guess it's a very particular style. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll mess with it. I'm curious what the lighter color is on this. Yeah, we'll make it a teeny bit darker, I think. Okay. I think this is pretty large, right? I don't want it to be... I just want it to be a solid color. Of course it does this. It's not an even... Let me do precise placement on you, darn it. Where it's at right now is good, but just slightly over. Got it. think he probably just needs a simple entry rug, I guess. But not with the fringes on it. Or like this. Actually, maybe something right here. Next size rug is... I don't recall how big this gets, but... What is this really like? No. Not even the size we're looking for, so we'll have to just do custom. Custom, and we are gonna do... I said nothing crazy, but... still something to say that there's a place to put the dirt on, you know? It's looking cozy, y'all. Outdoor rug. Saying that's a blanket? Look at our little baby rug. It's not gonna work. Sure. I guess. I don't know. It's going. It's coming along. I think this isn't looking too bad. For what it's worth. I think it is turning out as best as I kind of figured it would, considering how limited decorations and stuff we got, but... I think it's looking okay. Might put some kind of a small table here. Like a very small console table or something. Do we have those? How about... That's like too small. Medium storage. This might just look weird enough to do it right here. But not in this color. I don't know. I just feel like something needs to go right here, but maybe we need to tuck it into the... Sure. Let's pick... no, we need the dripper. That might be too dark. Hold on. What about this color? Son of a biscuit. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Actually, I kind of want to change these to this, too. Come back and change the other stuff later. Let me just click this real quick. There we go. Where is the color match to this? Is it this? I think it's this. There we go. That looks a lot better. This, though, needs to have little nubs. Little knobs. Really? It's gonna do that. Actually, you know what? I'm not against it being multicolored. I think that looks fine. Alright. Hey, Reality, how's it going? Actually, Jawa. Reality's in chat. Do you want to tell her something? Jawa wants to know how you record your videos by chance. Like, what program do you use? I came in early and proceeded to go back to sleep again. It's okay. It's okay, Reality. It's all good. Don't fall back asleep just yet. Because Jawa was watching your videos and he thinks he can help you. Improve even, like, further for your stuff. What was I about to do? Oh yeah, kitchen. It's like make Arthur a kitchen, huh? It's just gotta be a really small one. I mean, real talk? Probably these? Yeah, what do you use to, when you record? Oh, we're doing good. How about you? Actually, they're calling these duck cabinets. I mean, honestly, maybe we do use something just simple like this with a tall one. How does this work? What does this look like? You know what? Let's get a fridge first, an appliance. And then we're gonna go old school like the other one, kind of, and do... Where did it go? Def this. We will change the color, folks. Don't worry, we're gonna mess with that in a second. With this. We'll give Arthur the luxury of having a proper stove and all that. Busy and tired. I get that. Jawa's been working really hard with his stuff too. Luckily, he kind of got past some deadline stuff, so it's a little easier for him. Okay, Jawa, are you just gonna come up here and ask? Yeah, she uses OBS, like us. Alright, hold on, Reality. He's coming up. It's just easier for him to explain it, because he's the one that originally set up all of the stuff that we're using right now, so he'll just know. He will just know how to talk about it, you know? Oh, no, these are tinier. That's not gonna work. So we'll just have to use something like this. But this is fine. This looks nice, right? For Asha.
Oh, man. Nothing makes me feel fatter than going up these stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh. Your setup's different than used because of the VTuber model. So, when you record your videos, hey Reality, what's your setting? Do you just use the constant bitrate? Wouldn't that belong in the... Oh. Do a little... I feel like that'd be too tight.
I'm just leaving it like this. It's a very small kitchen, and I'm going to add some upper cabinets.
No, the lip.
What do you mean?
It's just... It's awkward.
Okay, well, this whole house is awkward.
Excuse me.
Also, look...
Did Reality, did you say you were getting a new PC, by the way?
Look.
Nice.
Ready?
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
That's a toilet. And then he's got regular stuff in here.
So the first thing you see is a toilet?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It used to just be that little outhouse, so I've expanded it and made it a proper little bathroom outside.
Or in the future, yes. Okay, so I noticed, so right now when I look at your videos, you record, the highest quality you have available is 1080p 30 frames a second. Whenever it's just 1080p, the default is 30 frames a second. And then when it's 60 frames a second on YouTube, it'll be 1080p 60 is what you'll see there. So you do 1080p 30 frames a second, which in my mind is a good minimum. Like, hey, if I'm doing recorded content, if I can maintain this minimum, that would be perfect. So the your mic sounds good. The biggest thing I think holding you back, because I was looking at your channel, is the quality of the recorded video. See, on YouTube, I don't know how it is on the phone, but on YouTube, when you watch it when I watch it on the big TV, there's a lot of artifacting and kind of blockiness. And I'm curious how you're doing your recording. So the way we do the recording is we do the CQP setting, because you know how you can do like variable bit rate, constant bit rate, CQP. We do CQP and then we pick 20. That's what our recorded videos are done off of. But keep in mind, our recorded videos are also recorded at 1440p 60 FPS. So the biggest question is, if you were to do a test recording and change your stuff to CQP for the game capture, and then 20, could your PC handle that? Which I think it should, if it's moderate, if it's decently moderate, right? And if it can, I think that will really up your game quality exponentially. Because while quality isn't like everything, there are like mental minimums people kind of have, you know, when they're watching something. Yeah. Now, obviously, like if you're talking to like an audio file or something, they're gonna be like, yeah, you need a new mic. But for someone like me, who just is like, you know, I understand that you're just starting out. You're not able to like invest in a bunch of stuff. I can understand you, and it doesn't sound bad. Like there's not a bunch of crackling and other issues like that. So I think that's pretty good. The other cool OBS feature that we utilize, if you look it up, it's called audio ducking. So it prioritizes our mic over the game audio. So when we talk, the game will get slightly quieter according to our setting in the background, and then when we stop talking, the game will go back to the normal volume. That's why the reason we do that is it allows our voice to be clearer over the game audio. And we don't get drowned out. Otherwise, sometimes I feel like I'm fighting a game, you know, for audio. Now, what CQP does is essentially maintains a constant quality. So 20 is a good setting for YouTube. Some people could go 21 or 22, but 20 is a good setting. The higher the number goes, the worse the quality, quote unquote, but the less the storage space. So 20 is like a healthy medium, I find. But if you have to go to 21 or 22, I don't think it's going to be that bad. But it'll be an improvement compared to what you're currently doing, right? And here's what it does. It says, hey, based on the number you picked, we're going to maintain a certain level of quality throughout the entire recording. If you're not moving a lot, that's not going to require a lot of bits. So your storage space is going to be smaller. So like Coral Island, for example, not a lot of stuff's moving. But if you're playing a racing game, your bits are going to be all over the place. So the file size to maintain that quality will be larger. So I can do a recording and get like, now remember this is 1440p, so it's an even larger file size than 1080p. It's 1440p 60 FPS is like, I think 4 times larger file sizes than 1080 30 FPS, right? It's at a minimum like 4 times larger of a file size. So whatever the numbers I'm saying, you can just divide by 4. But effectively, it could take a 13 gigabyte recording. I could have a 13 gigabyte 30-minute recording, or I could have a 40 gigabyte 30-minute recording. It honestly depends on the game I'm playing and how much I'm moving around. If that makes sense. But the reason I like that is it gives you a consistent quality, but when you're not doing as much, it saves on space. So that's what I just wanted to throw out there, is because I was like, dang. And I thought your little pixel avatar was cool too. I was like, dang, I could totally see myself like watching your Morrowind playthrough. That's the one thing though, is if we could just get your 1080p quality just up a little bit more. Like I see other gamers who record at 1080p 30 FPS, and the difference between your 1080p 30 FPS and their 1080p 30 FPS is night and day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching someone who do a Baldur's Gate run, and he's doing it in 1080p, but it looks really clear. So if we can just figure out what your computer can handle and do a setting, you could bump up the quality of your recordings without necessarily a huge hit to your space. Now, obviously, whatever we do is going to bump up the file sizes you're currently producing. It's probably gonna double or triple it. So I don't know what size videos you're recording, the file size, but there will be some space constraints in that sense. So you might have to buy an external hard drive that you move stuff to. That's what we do, because you can only keep so many things on your PC at once, because the file sizes obviously would be probably 3 to 4 times larger depending on what you tell me. So like your most recent Morrowind playthrough, how many gigabytes was it? I imagine it was probably like 1 gigabyte. The other thing that's obviously going to impact you too is, okay, so your file size gets like 3 to 4 times larger, and say you're able to handle that, your PC is able to handle that, no problem. Well, now what about your upload speed? Because now it's going to take you 3 to 4 times longer to upload it. Those are the things that kind of suck. But if you can eat those, if you can handle those, I honestly believe your shit's going to the next level. Ew, it's doo-doo brown.
I think it looks fine. Why always gotta...
It's 2 to 4? Yeah, so it's going to end up being like 8 to 16. I'm saying 8 to 16, but I'm actually kind of surprised it's 2 to 4, because yeah, what setting do you have it at too? What's the bit rate? That's what I'm curious about. Because I imagine you have it set to like a constant bit rate. But yeah, it's probably going to be, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, that is way too low. That's interesting though. 1300 is way too low. Let me see. What's your upload speed to Reality? Because the recommended bitrate for a video that's 1080p 30 FPS is 3000 to 6000. If you Google it, it'll tell you 3 to 6000 is the range for that bit rate, for that quality, right? 1080p 30 FPS. The range is 3000 to 6000. So you are below half of the minimum range for those videos. So what I would challenge you to do would be to see if you bump it up to, I don't know, find out what you're comfortable with, because if you're at 1300, I mean it's easy math in that sense. If I'm at 1300, you know, if I want to go on the high end, divide by 1300, yeah, you're looking at like 4.6 times the space. So you're at a high end, your 4 gigabyte video would be an 18 gigabyte video at the high end. What I would probably recommend doing to start is I would do the CQP setting, and I would set it to 22. If you can afford it, I would work your way up to 20, because I find 20 is a really good sweet spot. But if you can't, then I would leave it at 22, because I think that is easily satisfactory. And like I said, you know, quality is not the end all be all reality. It's really just a matter of, if everyone in their mind kind of has like a minimum, right? And if you hit that minimum, you're not going to throttle your situation, right? And I think that's what I'm trying to get at is, right now, I think you're getting throttled because you're not at that minimum quality threshold because of the bit rate you're using. But the second you get up to that quality threshold, I mean, obviously shit won't fly immediately because it'll take time for people to find your newer stuff. But I really do think that if you do that and then you start playing like Oblivion, you will go gangbusters. Because of, like, obviously I'm like, whatever, because I know you play in Morrowind, so I would imagine you'd probably want to play Oblivion when it comes out. So assuming Oblivion's something you want to play, that would be the perfect circumstance for you to operate in. Does that make sense? Do you get what I'm saying, reality? Because I could really see you taking off if you were to do that. And I don't want to sound sexist, but females who do the avatars and who have a good voice do gangbusters. 120%. All I gotta do is give Kim some nice ass avatar. We be going gangbusters.
But I don't look anything like it, though. I wouldn't look nothing like that.
Upload is 23.7. Oh yeah, you're in Australia, so you do it in like a different thing.
You guys are special.
I don't know. Okay, so let me flip this. Reality. When you have a 4 gigabyte video, how long does it take it for you to upload it to YouTube? Approximately.
That makes me sad that this ain't gonna work.
And by the way, when Kim's live streaming, she sets it to 13,500. So you have enough upload speed to do that, to do a live stream. And we're doing it 1440p. So you don't need that much to do 1080p 60 FPS. So 20 to 30 minutes. Yeah. So reality, here's the crappy part. And trust me, we hated this too. Your uploads time is going to 3 to 4x. Now, if you're able to upgrade your upload speed with your service provider, it's going to be awesome. But that's what we were finally able to do. So that's why it's awesome. But I will say this. With your current upload speed, you could do live streams of 1080p 60 FPS. It's just a matter of whether or not you have a computer that can handle it or is cool with it or whatever. But you could totally do that with that upload speed. 1080p 60 FPS or 1080p 30 FPS. Easily you could do it with that upload speed, right? Because you'd probably only need like 6,000 to 8,000 kilobytes per second, maybe 9. So you could easily do that. And I'll tell you what, live streaming, in my mind, is better if you're doing longer forms, because you don't have to like upload the content after the fact. It just beams it straight to YouTube, and you don't have to take up all that space in your hard drive. So that's why live streaming is, that's why you notice we significantly do more live streaming than recorded content now, because it doesn't take up any space, because it goes straight to the internet. We don't have to worry about it. But yes, probably try 22 CQP. It says like constant QP is what it says when you do the drop down, because you're probably just doing constant bitrate for the 1300 kbps. I think if you do that, you're probably going to end up with 3 to 4 times the file size. And you have to make sure that your computer can obviously write it that fast to whatever the hard drive is. So preferably you're writing this to like a solid state drive than just a typical hard drive. But I don't think you're necessarily going to have any troubles if you're just doing 1080p 30 FPS. I think if you were doing 1440p, you could run into some trouble. But for 1080p, I think you're going to be okay. That's weird to have 2 doorbells next to each other.
It's not a doorbell.
Oh, light switches. I guess it looks like a doorbell. But yeah, does that all make sense, reality? Because I really do think if you can update that setting, your PC can handle it, and you can get Oblivion, dude, I think you're gonna do gangbusters. 120%. Okay, so you know how when you're in OBS, you go to output? The output, you know how you open up OBS settings and then there's output is one of the little tabs on the left? And then under that, you'll have like audio, streaming, recording. You know what I'm saying? If you can do, if you go to the recording, it should be there where you choose what the, like under the encoder settings. Do you see it? Look beautiful. It's weird though that it's all icy. Like it's not cold outside.
It's supposed to be outside, but I put it inside. I wanted a mini Christmas tree, but they don't have one for in here.
Oh, you're still building that Red Dead house, huh?
Yeah. So I'm gonna add some stuff out there for them. But what do you think? There's not much for Western stuff, but
I like it a lot.
it's not too bad, right?
Look at this. I'm giving. You know what's crazy is like.
And I took away all 3 doors. I made 1 super door.
That's very pretty. I love it. It's crazy. I'm giving reality like the sauce to just completely surpass us. We're just gonna be in the freaking like the Volkswagen van, like the old school van, you know, and she's gonna be zooming by us in a Ferrari. Like, oh, I remember when I used to talk to these guys.
No, that's not true. Stop. Here's the thing. Hold on. No, stop.
Dude, I'm
okay, stop. Hold on.
The VTuber stuff.
I know, but here's the thing, though.
and like I said, I'm not sexist, but being female, like you go for like, dude. Ask DJ. He loves listening to that Honey Goblin.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. I will say this, no matter who comes up to us and ask about stuff, so like reality, DJ.
Wait, but reality, you did find the setting, right?
Hold the phone, but all the other all these other guys that are starting like channels like we are, why would we not share success?
Right? No, I know, I'm just making the joke.
I know, but you acting like a hoe.
How's that acting like a hoe?
Cause you is.
That reminds me of what you said for the yeah, it might be the rate control. If you do the drop down, do you see
do you need to go
constant
into
QP?
settings real quick to see? You could
Yeah,
do
you
it
wanna
while
do
it's
it?
still
I'll
alive.
tap.
Just
Yeah, so I go to settings. I go to output on the left.
hold on, slow down. Remember, it's 30 seconds
I know.
behind. Okay, so
I'm gonna read it because so she's already probably found it. Because obviously the top left under settings is general. Then if you go to output, which is the fourth one down, you'll be on the streaming tab. If you go over to the one tab, it says recording. Under the recording, you're gonna have encoder settings, which is the second block. The first block is recording settings. The second block is encoder settings. Then you'll see rate control. You'll drop that down.
oh, stop, J-Wall.
And it'll be constant QP is what you want to pick.
Yeah, it's not called CQP. It's called constant and then QP.
Yeah,
Reality.
it used to be called CQP, but now they spell out the first one.
So hold on, stop talking. Let's see if she can find it first. Remember, they're behind so much time. So let her see if she has it, or make sure it's all named the same. Gotta give her a second to look into to see if it's there or not.
Yeah, constant QP is what you want.
Yeah, constant QP.
And we do 20.
Stop. Hold on. She says I've got CBR or CRF.
CB constant bit rate, and you have constant variable, like refresh rate. What the heck?
Here, why don't you Google that real quick and see what her settings are.
And you have the latest OBS? Hey DJ, do you have OBS 31.0.3? Or you can play and watch this figure it out.
But maybe Google those terms just to be sure you're looking at the right thing, because she might be in a different section, or you're in a different section than she is, whichever.
Yeah, what version are you on? By the way, you updating it probably will make it easier on your PC too, because they do performance fixes.
We love us some rhododendrons.
Oh, constant fact CFR is the same thing, by the way, as CQP. And the range, yeah, it's the same thing. So I'm going to use the word CQP, but CFR, or CRF, I mean, is the same thing as constant QP or CQP. The range, for the optimal range is between 18 to 23. The higher the number, the quote-unquote worse the quality, but the smaller the file size. The lower the number, the better the quality, but the larger the file size. We use 20. But you can go as high as 23 if need be.
Look at that. Look what I just put.
Looks beautiful.
Looks nice, right?
Yeah.
Put some spruce up in here. Talk about deforestation or reforestation.
Since your PC's older, because, I mean, are you on laptop or PC? I imagine it's PC.
Can't see for shit.
Wow, you're really trying to have... Yeah, you're probably, like, super outdated. How outdated are you? You're probably years outdated.
Look at that.
So you're a laptop. How old is your laptop? Okay, now, here's the other question. Do you have... Do you have another computer? Okay, actually, let me back this up. Is there a reason you have a laptop versus a computer? See, for us, mulberries are the better way to go. I'm wondering if it would be better for you to have, like, if it'd be easier on your PC to live stream than would be to record.
It probably would be. Kind of like how we kind of switched over to live streaming because it just made more sense too.
Well, it depends on your graphics card too. Your PC, your laptop's 5 to 6 years. Did you say you're gonna get a new computer? Well, let me read up on the thing. I think you said something about that. Where is it at? Far in the future. PC died of blue screen, and since I was moving around, the laptop was a better option. Okay, are you more stable now, or do you prefer... Are you still in the laptop camp now? But you said yes. I got distracted. I don't know what you said yes to. Oh, still laptop, but I'm saving for a PC right now. I have a monitor, a keyboard, all a mouse. Just need the desktop. How far are you away from the desktop? Are you going to do like a 4070 or something? And I will say this, reality, I do recommend the... I mean, I know they have the 5000 series out. I don't know much about the 5000 series. I haven't looked into it. But at a minimum, you should get the 4000 series because they have the AV1 encoder, which is part of why our video quality looks so good. And we use DaVinci Resolve. The only downside is when you do the DaVinci Resolve, and if you like render it, so because you have multiple like you do a slight editing tweak or something, and then you render it. I don't have the pro version of DaVinci Resolve, so it ends up rendering it in like I think H.264 or H.265. So it makes the file size bigger again, which sucks. But in the future, when I have some more cash from this. Once it starts bringing in a little bit more cash, we'll invest in the pro version so we can keep the file sizes in AVI, or AV1, I mean, I'm sorry. AVI is a different thing, which will be good. Yeah, the 4000, honestly, in my personal opinion, I think the 4000 one's going to be a better bang for your buck because, and I haven't fact-checked this, but here's what I'm going to say. It's the older generation, so theoretically it should be cheaper, and there's probably a lot of pre-built PCs with it. Also, the 4000 has the stuff you want. I don't know anything about the 5000, but for sure the 4000 is super good. Even if you just get something that's like a 4070 or a 4080 or 4070 Ti, whatever the numbers are. Like I said, I'd have to look at what a good budget value option is. Maybe the 5000 series has a better value proposition. Who knows? But all you need now is the desktop. How far away do you think you are from being able to get it? You thinking Christmas time? What are you thinking? Oh shit, I'm sorry, DJ. I totally spaced. Did you ask me a question or reality a question? Your VTuber model might get deleted. I thought I heard something about I think Kim upstairs or something saying something along the lines of was something discontinued? Around Christmas? Alright, and then obviously I'm not trying to like dig into your finance or anything reality, so you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. But what is your current budget for the PC? Like, how much are you looking to spend? Are you trying to just spend 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500? Like, what's your budget goal here? $2,000 at max. Now, is that 2,000 USD or 2,000 Aussie? Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Or what do you want from me? You and your shenanigans. So over in Arizona, we have something called Meta PCs. And I'm curious, obviously, you know, this would be different than if I look at the ready to ship PCs, that's what I'm looking at real quick. And then Intel. And then your price max is
I need something else over here.
so I see decent like, but the problem is they're using like I don't see the pre-builds for the older generation of graphics cards. Do you have a local builder over there? Reality? Like, so over here we have Meta PC in Arizona, and then if you're like in Texas, you have Starforge with which is Asmongold's company, and then if you're anywhere else in the United States, you just have any one of the PC like CyberPower PC, you know, all of them ship. But that's just in the US. Do you guys have that person over in Aussie? Because those are gonna, if you have a local company that designs and like we do, that designs and builds PCs that you can like pick up, You know, I'd recommend picking up, obviously, but they have, like, you can talk to and have good customer service. That would be my recommendation of, like, or do you already have someone in mind you're going to go through? Because I don't know anyone in Australia that does that. If you were in the United States, I'd just say do any one of them, really. Starforge, MetaPC, any one of those guys, I think would probably do a good job. Very beautiful, Buns. Although, well, hold on, turn around. Why is it on the floor?
There's not a really good way to put it any place.
You gotta put it up against something. Put it up against a chair.
It won't.
Oh, you're gonna burn it alive?
That's what I'm saying. There's no real place I want to put it that
somewhere.
I like, you know?
That's not just on the floor. It's a tripping hazard.
And then look, ready?
Oh, that's so pretty. You know, Tuesdays, yeah. Building it yourself is kind of... If you're trying... Like, here's my thought process. If you have the spare funds, then sure, build it yourself. But... Yeah, you're going to pay a little bit more. But if you can... This is why I say finding a local place that doesn't screw you over is really nice. Because you can at least get a warranty. So you're like, okay, look, I'm making this investment so I can do this gaming and streaming and all this other stuff. So you want a PC that you can say, look, if I build it, there's always a chance something goes wrong, and I just want something that's kind of more foolproof, or if something does go wrong, I can easily get it replaced, and I don't just have to eat a huge cost, right? That was kind of my mentality for the second PC. Obviously, I built the first PC, which obviously it had issues. I built it with a friend, so it had issues, you know? So it is what it is. Whew. But yes, at a minimum, reality, try to see if you can't change your OBS to constant QP, or the CRF is the same thing, and try doing it with like 22. You know what I mean? Try doing 22. See how that works. You have it set to 23 reality? So you're doing the high side of the range then to see if you can handle it. And also when I play games too, what I'll do is I'll cut down the noise. And I'll the one thing I prioritize is like the texture quality, and then I'll just lock the frame rates if I can to like 60 FPS, and then that way I just have like good texture quality, so it comes up good on YouTube, and then it's smooth. That's what I prioritize. That is the, okay, yeah. So the CRF range is between 18 and 23 is the optimal range for YouTube. If 23 is quote unquote the worst part of the range and 18 is quote unquote the best, but 23 CRF is likely better. It should be better than whatever you're currently doing now, which is 1300 kbs. So try testing out a recording using CRF 23. I would make sure that when you're playing your video game, your things like shadow quality, fog quality, like those things can be cut to low. You can always drop the draw distance down if you need to a bit. And you're probably playing the game in 1080p 60 FPS, right? So you're probably recording at the same level you're playing. And when you're recording, are you capturing the screen, or are you capturing the application? I imagine you're capturing the application in OBS and not just screen recording, because screen recording uses way more PC power. It puts a greater stress load on your PC. That, yeah, default. I think with 23 you'll be fine. Most beginner YouTubers use VTube Studio, but that's more rigging heavy and depends on what you can handle. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. That's for DJ. But yeah, does that make sense for reality? You're gonna using the game catcher, perfect. So reality, do this. Record another. You can do a test recording, but do a recording of whatever you're gonna play next using the 23 setting. Honestly, I wouldn't even do a test record. I mean, if it's viable, just upload it to YouTube and then rewatch it on your TV. So you can see, like, watch, like, do Morrowind episode 3 using CRF, and you can always save if you need to redo it. You know what I mean? But put it up there, and then you can see the episode 3 quality versus the episode 2 quality. And you can compare it. Because it's hard to compare, I feel like, when you're just watching it over the media player on your computer. But when you put it up and it goes through the YouTube ringer, you really get a feel for what the visual difference is. And I think with CRF 23, you're going to get better quality. But if you're uncertain, like I said, you could do a random test screen for that equestrian game you're playing. Where you're just saying, hey guys, I'm just going to run around a little bit and chat and talk about stuff for like 10 minutes and upload this video because I want to see how the quality differs to previous versions of this equestrian game when I'm watching it through my TV on YouTube. You could do something like that. You don't even have to do it with Morrowind. You could just take 10 minutes, record it, render it, whatever you got to do, upload it to YouTube, and then once it's fully processed so you can get the highest quality, go to YouTube, your channel on YouTube through the TV, and watch the new one, and then watch the old one, and then watch the new one again to see what you think on the quality. And if the quality is where you want it, then we're good. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get to that minimum quality where it's not destroying your hardware because it's too much, but you're also meeting that minimum threshold so your channel can truly shine in people's eyes. Does that make sense? Do you get what I'm saying? Hopefully it doesn't sound weird. That makes sense. Does that make sense, reality? Makes sense. Cool. Yeah, let me know. Let us know once you have it uploaded and it's fully processed. Just shoot him message Kim on Instagram or something. She'll probably check it. Or just let us know the next live stream. And then I'll look at it. Just tell me when it's uploaded and I'll take a peek. And I'll let you know how it looks on my 55-inch TV when your old stuff versus the new stuff. And if it meets that minimum, like I said, if it meets that minimum threshold, you're gangbusters. If 23 is a perfect number for you, that'd be super awesome. Dude, no problem. No problem whatsoever. Like I said, I think you can actually do a really good job. Like, no cap. Kim, look at that pie. Doesn't it look delicious? Delicious. Alright, well, I gotta go. I gotta get back to it. Ugh. I'm all hot in this chair. I need a different chair, man. Oh, this chair's making me sweat. Ugh.
Sure, there we go.
Pizza is the best meal? Not anymore. I'm all about them, It makes these bomb sandwiches now. Where she like toasts them in the oven. See you, reality. Alright, love you, Bones. You have fun, okay? Wait, my phone. I don't want to have to go up those stairs again. So beautiful. The stairs.
Alright, well guys, I am just decorating now. So I think we're probably pretty solid on calling this good for the Red Dead house. I mean, like I said, there's not a lot of things you can really cowboy-ish this with, except just kind of make it look more old-timey, you know? So, we'll sleep, so that way it's daytime when we do our little walkthrough. And I'm kind of doing it right now by doing that, but we'll sleep. We will start from the outside. Close these doors real quick, because we got to see it for all of its glory. So, Arthur Morgan's house, you guys. I know it's nothing crazy, but this looked worse when we started. Again, not a lot of cowboy themed stuff, really, so I just kind of went with what looked kind of old, or what could be used in that time. Obviously, there are some things in there that are not, but we tried to give him a good life here. So he has this barn-style house in the woods. Looks pretty nice. Added some extra foliage, flowers, all that stuff. From the outside, he has like an open seating deck. He can invite all of his buddies over, the gang. Maybe even the big boss. Bring them on in. Walk around this back end as well. Got a miniature back porch. His own little thing to look out on, balcony. Underneath area, another seating area. He does have a bathroom. It is, of course, the outhouse, but this is a leveled up outhouse, alright? We didn't do him wrong. He still has a pretty basic toilet, but he was able to afford some kind of basic plumbing from his deep water well to have a bit of a clean area to bathe in, right? Little baby outhouse, supreme. More little ambiance areas he can chill with. All of his buddies chilling right here on the big porch as well. Double doors. Got a nice seating area inside. Real nice and warm in here, I think, personally. Little stove. Keep the place nice and warm. Nice seating area where you need some pie and some catfish fries up. Again, the appliances don't count, but I just wanted to give him something. He's got a kitchen going on. We'll walk him upstairs to his bedroom. He's got another nice little spot. Maybe he could bring over a lady friend. Sit and chill and drink some alcoholic beverages. He's got his bed. I got kind of inspired by this wallpaper because there was a separate couple houses that had wallpaper like this, so I kind of just went with it. Same thing with the carpet on the floor, so I didn't want to completely carpet it, but a lot of the houses I noticed had, at least of that era, had wood underneath for sure. But they had carpeting that kind of extended almost to the wall, but not quite to the wall. So I went with that. He's got a little desk, a lot of storage, a guitar he can mess with. And then last little bit there. And it's perfect, guys. I think this looks really good. I think it turned out mighty fine. Mighty fine for our Red Dead 2 inspired house for Arthur to live in. I think it looks good. So, it is that part of the time where we now sell it to the highest bidder. Whoever is going to get this, it's going to be updated, but hopefully they're chill with the outdoor bathroom. It probably wouldn't be, to be honest, but I think... no, wait. Oh, sell the house. We need to sell this house. We originally bought it for, yeah, it was like $250 or something, so it's a little on the higher side, even though it was kind of run down. Total rental costs are in this, so, we may or may not make money on this. We were originally at $2 million even, I think, so let's see how this goes. What? Mr. Bilo? No toilet would bother other buyers, not me though. 400,000? Yeah, so we lost on this one. It's interesting though, because I've never seen a character pop up like this, so he's like one of those guys. You know what I'm curious about? Yeah, let's go back. We're gonna confirm this. I know we're gonna lose money on it, but I know this sounds crazy, like absolutely crazy, but I bet you if we did something like this, I'm curious if that'll count as touching it. Let's see. I'm genuinely curious. Wow. So we actually kind of lost on this. I don't think I've ever lost on a house before, so it is literally because, we don't have the bathroom physically in there. They don't count this exterior piece as a part of the house. No, there is a toilet. What I mean is, oh, do you think it's because it's not an actual toilet? Oh, I wanted to keep this, though. You know, he has a shower. Well... I can't believe I'm being forced to do this. I mean, this looks absolutely disgusting, but... yeah, I've never, ever in my life had to worry about this, but I guess we're worrying about it now. I think it's details B. Just make it a solid color, alright? So you think that once we put this in here, he's gonna say it's good? Dang, I feel bad for putting this. We'll, it's gonna look weird, but it feels weird just leaving it as bricks, so we're gonna mess with it. Alright, let's see if he counts it. You're right, though. Because there wasn't an actual toilet on the premises then. Let's try it. You're right. That's what I'm talking about. I can't be no $4,000. Henry Spring kind of looks like Arthur Morgan, but like a retired Arthur Morgan. Do we want to sell, to Henry Spring? I think he might be our guy. Henry is Arthur's estranged brother or something. You know what I mean? I think Henry is the way to go. Henry, my dude, giving us a surplus of $235,000. I think we're selling it to you. He looks perfect for the house. I think so too. So Henry, congratulations, buddy. You are a proud owner of this barn turned to chic, country style home. I think it looks pretty good to me. Dude got lucky. Look what it used to look like. It's so much more warmer in there, nicer in there. Arthur and his deranged brother are gonna be awesome in here. Or better yet, he bought it for Arthur because he's out of town. So Arthur will move into this eventually, I should say. And that's blocking it all, but that's okay. It's probably the only way we'll ever see the bathroom is right there. All the rest of this is just gonna be, as it were. We'll save the photos. But guys, that's that. End of the Red Dead 2 Saga house. If we continue our trajectory, I mean, I know we've been kind of picking gaming-themed houses. I might look up DJ's game and see what that's about and maybe make a game themed off of that. A home themed off of that, I should say. But otherwise, we might just pick some houses and come up with a kooky backstory like we always do and just reno some houses. We're getting slowly dwindling the houses we can actually work on and sell, so... I mean, we still have more than plenty of episodes to mess with this, but I think we're doing good. But otherwise, I'm gonna call this it. We're at 4 likes for the stream, guys. Any last words before we head out for the day? I will be playing Fallout 4 tonight, as always. If you're subbed, the community page will have all that info for you. Which I'll post in, well, not too short a time when I exit out of here. You too, Reality. Yeah, anyone celebrating Good Friday, I hope you have a great Friday. And whoever's Easter Sundaying, enjoy Easter this Sunday. Otherwise, if you are not celebrating, have a great weekend irregardless. Relax, put your feet up, and get that well-deserved rest, you know? Alright? Guys, appreciate you. See you tonight.